A doctor's job. In the bustling town of Willowdale, there lived a renowned doctor named Dr. Arthur, whose reputation for skill and compassion drew people from all corners of the land. Day after day, Dr. Arthur would tend to patients from sunrise to well past sunset. His clinic was always full, and the townsfolk often marveled at his dedication. Many wondered how he managed to keep up such a rigorous pace without ever losing his kind demeanor. For Dr. Arthur, however, the job was much more than just diagnosing ailments or prescribing medications. He saw himself as a guardian of people's well-being, not just their physical health, but also their emotional and mental peace. A doctor's job, he often said, is to not only treat the body, but to heal the spirit. He understood that when people came to him, they weren't just seeking treatment, they were seeking hope. He would take the time to listen to each patient's worries, fears, and dreams, knowing that their stories were as important as their symptoms. He believed that a calm mind could accelerate the body's healing, and so he made sure to address both aspects with equal care. One winter's day, a young boy named Thomas was brought into Dr. Arthur's clinic. He had fallen gravely ill with a fever that had persisted for days. His parents, overcome with worry, rushed him to Dr. Arthur in hopes of saving his life. When they arrived, Thomas was pale, weak, and barely able to speak. His mother's eyes were filled with tears, and his father's hands trembled as they clutched the boy's limp body. Dr. Arthur, sensing the gravity of the situation, immediately moved into action. But before administering any treatment, he knelt beside Thomas and spoke to him gently. "Thomas," he said, "I know you're feeling very sick right now, but I need you to trust me. Together, we're going to fight this illness." Dr. Arthur believed that no matter how severe a condition might be, a patient's belief in recovery was half the battle won. He took extra care to explain to Thomas what was happening and what he would do to make him better. Slowly, Thomas's eyes brightened with hope, and with that hope, his body began to respond to the treatment. As the days passed, Dr. Arthur worked tirelessly to monitor Thomas's progress, checking in regularly not just to assess his physical symptoms, but also to lift his spirits. He knew that healing was a slow process, and he wasn't only focused on quick fixes. He believed in the long-term well-being of his patients and made sure to provide the care that extended beyond the walls of his clinic. Whenever he could, Dr. Arthur visited Thomas at home, offering reassurance to his worried parents and keeping the young boy's spirits high. Thomas's recovery was slow but steady, and through it all, Dr. Arthur never faltered. For him, this was not just another patient, it was a life, a future. And he treated that life with the utmost care and respect. He reminded the boy's parents that love and comfort played as much of a role in healing as medicine did. Months later, Thomas fully recovered, thanks to the dedication of Dr. Arthur. The town celebrated his recovery, but Dr. Arthur, ever humble, reminded them that the true victory lay in the boy's strength and his family's love. A doctor's job, he said to the crowd that had gathered, is not just to cure the body, but to help people regain hope when they need it most. This message resonated deeply with the townspeople, who began to see the role of a doctor in a new light. Dr. Arthur's approach to healing became a guiding principle not only for the people of Willowdale, but for many others who came to hear of his story.